this is Peggy Hammerschmidt, your Chapter 13 attorney. I'm sending you this quick video ahead of a phone call I'm going to be making to you to go over your upcoming 341 meeting. That's the meeting between us and the Chapter 13 trustee. It's called the meeting of creditors, but rarely, if ever, any of your creditors appear. Maddie, my assistant, will be sending you a Zoom link, also with the time, date, and the Zoom link for your hearing, okay? All the hearings are by Zoom, and we want you to be comfortable with Zoom. So ahead of time, if you need to, please contact Maddie, and she can kind of walk you through making sure you're comfortable with turning your camera on, off, muting yourself, okay? So the 341 meeting of creditors is really just a way for the Chapter 13 trustee to understand your plan of repayment. When we put your plan of repayment together, it made sense to you and me. They want to be on the same page because they're the person you're making your payments to and are in charge of dispersing your funds to your creditors each month. So what is going to happen is once you're logged into the Zoom meeting, you're going to be in a breakout room. I want you to place your camera off and mute your phone. Wait for your case to be called. When your case is called, you'll have to turn your camera on and unmute yourself. What will happen then is you're going to be sworn in, and I'm going to ask you a bunch of really general questions. By the time your case is called, you have probably heard these questions a number of times because everybody gets asked the same exact thing. So the first thing that I'm going to do is confirm that your name, address, and the last 4 digits of your social security number are correct. I'm also then going to ask just the year of your birth, what your marital status is, if you remember reviewing, signing, and giving me permission to file with the court all your related bankruptcy documents, if that information was true when you signed it and gave me permission to file with the court, if in that paperwork that we declared all of your assets and all of your liabilities. I'm going to ask you your marital status. I'm going to ask you where you're employed and how often you get paid. If you've been a resident of the state of Michigan continuously at least for the last 2 years. I'm going to ask you if you could sue anybody for any reason, if anybody has died that you might inherit anything from, if you have insurance on your home and your vehicles as required under the law, and whether or not you've ever filed for bankruptcy before. The last question I'm going to ask you is if you've created an ndc.org account as of yet. That is information we provided you previously. What that is, it's an account that mirrors the trustee's records. It's just a really good reference tool for you throughout your Chapter 13 plan because by creating an account on this website, you can make sure that your payments are getting paid by your attorney, by your employer, or whether you're sending them directly, make sure the trustees received them. You'll also be able to see which creditors have filed claims and who's getting paid. So it's just a really good reference to help you throughout the life of the bankruptcy. So those are the general questions everybody gets asked in all Chapter 13 cases. Along with that, the Chapter 13 trustee sends me specific questions about your case that they're going to have when we go to that hearing. I'm going to be following up with a phone call with you to go over those specific questions about your particular case so you're comfortable and know what we're going to be talking about at the hearing. The 341 hearing is not anything to be worried about. It is a very casual meeting between myself, yourself, and the trustee. We do need to take it seriously as it is important and you will be under oath, but it is not a court hearing per se. Thank you for taking the time to reviewing this today, and I will be contacting you either later today or tomorrow to review the specific questions. Thank you.